Hi there guys, Tom Quayle here. Hope you're all doing very well out there as ever. Today is a really exciting day for me because I can finally announce and show you guys a product that I've been collaborating on with Laney Amplification for quite some time now. And it's this. This is the Lionheart Loudpedal, part of the Black Country Customs range. And you guys, if you've been following me for a while, might know that I've been playing Laney amps and specifically the Lionheart amplifier for over a decade at this point. And combined with my One Dual Fusion, it's kind of the sound that I have in my head. It's like the perfect combination of tone, basically. Now, that amp is amazing as a pedal platform. And I think it was last year or the year before, the guys at Laney released the Loudpedal, which was like a small format pedal platform amplifier, 60-watt amplifier, based on the Lionheart series. And when I tried it, I fell in love with it. And I was like, you guys have to release a Lionheart version of this, made in the UK. You know, go with the kind of company vibe, this fantastic kind of UK company. And this is the result. The Lionheart Loudpedal, part of the Black Country Customs range. As I say, made in the UK. And this is a fully fledged 60-watt full pedal amplifier. So you do not need an active cab or anything. This works with a passive cab using the speaker out. Full 60 watts of tube style. It is solid state, but it's tube style volume, so full 60 watts of volume here. As I say, 2 channels, and we've tried to make it sound as close to the original Lionheart as possible. I think this thing sounds so close to the original. I don't quite understand how the guys at Laney have managed to work their magic on this to the extent that they have. It's absolutely fantastic. So you can see it looks like the Lionheart amplifier. We really wanted to go with the blue kind of look here from the original amplifier with the mirrored control panel, which looks exactly like the actual amplifier with the same white chicken head knobs. You may notice, anybody who's played a Lionheart before, it's a pure pedal platform amplifier with a secondary drive channel that sounds fantastic, cranked, really, really great. So it does have a kind of vintage style overdrive in there as well. Same thing is happening here, except both channels here, they're identical in terms of the actual controls, essentially. So we've got channel 2 here has a volume and a gain control, channel 1 has a volume and a gain control. Then you've got a 3-band EQ with bass, mid and treble. The tone control from the original amplifier, which I worked really, really kind of hard to convince the guys that this was a great idea, and they went for it, and it absolutely works fantastically. The original tone control on the Lionheart really shapes the feel and the kind of response of the amplifier, not just the tone, and that's what we've got here. And it's very clever because it worked in the power stage on the original amplifier, and they've kind of managed to get it working here as well. We've got a reverb here from the Secret Path reverb pedal. Sounds fantastic. I've got that on at the moment. And we have a boost. Now this is the same boost that you would find from, say, the Cub, this red knob here that's not featured on the original amplifier. So you can actually get a huge amount of overdrive out of this pedal, or this amplifier I should say, because it is a fully fledged, as I say, amplifier. Then we've got 3 foot switches along the bottom for reverb, on or off, switching between channel 1 and channel 2, and then our boost. And then each channel has a 3-way toggle switch for different brightness settings, so you can go from bright down to standard down to dark. So you can really get a lot of versatility out of these 2 channels, even though they are the same voicing wise. There's a lot that you can do to set it up as a 2-channel platform. And therefore it works great as a pedal platform, which is what you can see here. This is a pedal board I'm taking on tour. This Friday I'm going on tour with Martin Miller. This is the board I'm going to be taking, and this is the entire amplifier right here. Like I say, I can run it using the loud speaker out going into a Laney 2x12 cab in this case, which is mic'd up in the other room, or I can use the DI out here. Now the DI out is a full-fledged XLR out with a ground lift, I should say, on there. And that XLR out also has Laney's LAIR, which is their advanced impulse response technology built in for the DI out. Now that means that you can have 2 switchable IRs in there, and there is a fully fledged parametric EQ per IR, which is incredible. That's not something I've seen before. Absolutely fantastic. And you can store up to 4 IRs on the unit and then have 2 of them which are actively switchable via the back. There's also full MIDI implementation, so you can switch on the reverb, change channels, do the boost through MIDI. So if you're using something like a Gig Rig G3 or a Boss ES5 or 8, something like that, you can switch. And also you could do, I've got an Eventide H9 down here with MIDI. It's not MIDI'd up at this point because the board's not big enough for it, but on a bigger board, if this was your amp, you could do that and have, you know, a fully fledged switching system basically doing all the patch changes for you, which is amazing, really, really useful. The USB-C output on there, yes, it's USB-C, which is great, modern standards. Also functions as a audio interface for audio out, so you can record through this device straight into your DAW, which is wonderful. And there's a headphone out on there as well, and an auxiliary in for when you're practicing. On the side here, we've got an effects loop. I've got the Eventide H9, running an H3000 chorus in the effects loop. And a Boss delay in there and the flashback, so you can, utilize that as you so desire. So that is essentially the Loudpedal, let's say, made in the UK, really, really well made, fantastic build quality, all super high quality components. So what I want to do, obviously, is let you guys hear it. Now, if you want to hear it in the context of professional recording with Martin Miller, we've just released a demo track playing Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic in our kind of duo style. So you can check that out. The official demo of this product is linked down below, so you can go and have a listen to that. It sounds fantastic, and we had a great time using the DI outs actually to record all of that. So if you want to hear the DI outs in a really detailed kind of setting, go check that out. So let's have a listen to it. I'm going to use the pedals because that is how I run the Lionheart, so I'm using this exactly the same way. The only other thing to know is that you are hearing the loudspeaker out going to a Laney 2x12 cab with vintage 30s in, mic'd up with a Royer R121 and an SM57, and there's a little bit of delay, or a lot of delay, in stereo coming from the Axe-FX 3 in post, and that's because I like stereo delays for this kind of video, because you guys are listening through stereo speakers, so it's nice to have the stereo delays there. But for live use, I've got the Boss SDE 3000 in the loop in mono. Okay, so let's start out. Turn the compressor off. I am on channel 2 here. I've got the gain about halfway up and the volume just over halfway up, and the reverb is on and the EQ is set fairly flat. And in this case, I'm going for kind of a slightly edge of breakup clean tone. So if you roll the gain down and crank the volume, you can get super, super clean, and there's a lot of headroom available here as well. Beautiful clean tones. Just bring the gain up a little bit. And this is loud, really, really loud. The cab is in the other room and I can hear it quite loudly here. Now this is really close to the original Lionheart, and again I like to use this kind of sound as a pedal platform. So if I turn the compressor on, I've got the Ego 76 from OnePlus, sorry about my slightly wobbly music stand. And then the dual fusion with the gain about halfway. Amazing tone, really, really fantastic, and all the dynamics are exactly what you'd expect from the original Lionheart as a tube or valve amplifier. Switch the reverb off very quickly so you can hear it without just the delays from the act effects. Okay, so I'm going to keep the dual fusion on for now and show you the EQ controls. So let's start with the tone control, because this is very, very powerful and again shapes the feel as well as just the kind of the tone of the amplifier. We roll it back, it gets darker. But slightly more compressed as well. And then the other way, it's brighter and more dynamic. Absolutely love it, it's fantastic. So bring that back down to the middle. Again, powerful EQ controls, so bass, middle and treble. So, fantastic. Let's turn off the dual fusion and the compressor, and I'll show you the range of gain available on the actual amp itself. And again, we could switch to channel 1 to do this. We're on channel 2 at the moment. There's our clean tone again. Okay, so if I bring the bright switch up, middle position, downward position, you can hear the effect that that switch is having. Now the range of gains. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the boost to show you this. I find if I switch the gain to about 7 o'clock, bring the volume down slightly, on my bridge pickup, very, very dynamically responsive. And then if I bring the boost in as well, set to about 7, bring the volume down again. Now you really start to be able to hear the EQ shaping the tone. Now there straight away is something you could not do on the original Lionheart. There was no way you could get that level of gain. So that is fantastic. It's incredibly versatile. So you could set channel 2 up that way and then set channel 1 up for a clean tone. So if I bring the gain down and the volume up, switch to channel 1 here, I've got a nice beautiful clean tone. Switch on the chorus, let's say. And again, you could MIDI switch all of this. Then go to channel 2, switch the boost on, chorus off. So it's really, really fantastic how great this thing sounds and how versatile it is. All in a tiny, compact form factor with full 60 watts. And again, just plug straight in using the DI, or you can use the loudspeaker out and go to any kind of cab, any passive cab that you like. Pair it with your favorite speaker, 1x12, 2x12, 4x12, and then the fully parametric EQ on there as well for the DI out. We'll have a listen to the DI out now. Again, I'm going to add a little bit of post delay and reverb to that. But again, the effects loop on there allows you to add in any pedals you've got, and you've got this incredibly versatile setup that's incredible for flying, for recording, using the USB out on there as well. So I could not be happier with it. I think it's absolutely amazing. This is going to be my rig from now on. I'm doing a tour with Martin Miller, then I'm flying to Italy and then going to the US later in the year and traveling to Europe, and this is going to be the rig that I'm using for everything, basically. It's absolutely superb. So let's check out the DI'd sound. Hope you enjoy the demo, guys. Of course, click the link down below to check out more information on the Lionheart loud pedal from Black Country Customs, the boutique section of Laney Amplification. Thanks to Laney for working with me on this. I'm absolutely blown away by how great it sounds. If you want to support me, check out the links down below for all my lesson content as normal, and make sure you check on the video that Martin and I shot playing Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic by the Police in our kind of duo way. Hope you guys enjoy that video. My name's Tom Quayle, and I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.